All right,
Oh,
guys.
good.
Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Looks like good attendance today, so that's nice. Just a reminder here on the risk, this talk is intended for educational purposes only. It reflects our opinions and is based on our best judgment, but no warranty is given or implied as to their accuracy. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, and no investment or trading advice whatsoever is implied as to our commentary, coverage, or charts. I know Mario had a presentation for us today. I did just want to run through a couple things that I've been sharing in the think tank. One of them being this NQ trend line, NASDAQ, something I'm keeping an eye on the weekly. We have seen, technical breakdowns in ES. Kind of hard to see what's going on here with SPY. Big reference level I keep watching and mentioning is that December 2018 low. So that's going to be a good reference spot. Again, this is the weekly chart. So big time frames. NQ seems to be holding that trend for now. So it'd be a good one to have on your charts. Another observation that was made that I pointed out is the difference here between QQQ and SPY.
Yes.
Right. So we have QQQ that's holding on to the December lows. It's like way above, not even remotely close. And SPY, again, same as the ES, has shot through there. It's recovered now. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm not gonna make any guesses as to what's gonna happen from here. I'm just pointing out some observations in the chart. One thing I have mentioned in the chat as well as in my notes is pension rebalancing and window dressing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Do not look it up, but I'll kind of recap what it is here. At the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, these funds, these pensions have to rebalance their portfolio. And so right now, the latest data that I've seen is that Goldman is saying
your volume, Kyle.
Oh, it dropped out?
Yeah, there you go.
Better?
Much better, yeah, much better.
Okay, so Goldman is saying that there's 214 billion of US equities that have to be bought and a similar amount of bonds that have to be sold.
When they say have to, that means like have to.
Yes.
They cannot be in cash.
No, they're buying.
Okay.
So
interesting.
This is what Goldman's reporting, because these are pension funds, so that it's always allocated. And so, I'm not entirely sure as to what we're going to see here. It usually happens from the data that I've seen in the last 5 days. Now, I'm usually looking for it when I've talked about it previously, like months ago, in past years, I'm looking for it on the last day of the month. This is saying that they start to come in the last 5 days of the month. So that started today.
Yeah, we got, could you put the IWM chart just for?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, we got 5 days. Yeah. Till next Tuesday, basically.
Right.
Look at IWM.
Right here. It's up.
Remember that was the disconnection that I keep pointing from the last meeting that I say IWM, you gotta watch it if we break under, I don't know, what was it, 159.60, because we had that double top.
Oh, right.
Look at that thing.
Right.
That was one of the main leading indicators into, well, of course I wasn't expecting that to happen,
Right, but it started to fall off before the others.
Yeah. But those are like the signals, right? That you start seeing, right? Like those are the things we got to start paying attention, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So just the main point here is this is the largest rebalance that has ever taken place. So just something to keep in mind. I'm not saying that the markets are going to go up or anything like that. There's just the data that is out right now, and it's something to consider.
Pretty interesting, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, so by the way, everything is the biggest ever.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the biggest ever rebalancing. Yeah, it's the biggest ever drop. It's the biggest, fastest, whatever. Biggest move in the Dow up. Biggest move in the Dow. Whatever. Biggest bigs. So everything is the biggest. We're so lucky, guys, that we get to study this.
Oh yeah.
That's what we gotta do. Study this thing.
So that was all I had. Just some notes there, some kind of interesting observations. Mario, if you want to go ahead, take over.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go a little bit different here from what we usually do, but let me see what screen number. Oh, screen number two, and okay. So there you go. You seen something like when you're on your own trading coach or something? Okay, I've been reading, right? Mm, just let me know if you're seeing my screen, please.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. So, and keep me posted if there's questions or something, because I don't get to see them once I start broadcasting. I don't know why.
Sure.
So, I get a lot of messages, you know, like how to approach the market. We have made a lot of emphasis in the fact that we have been dealing with a lot of volatility, right? So volatility, basically, we measure by the VIX. So it's something that I think Kyle pointed out well too. And we say, guys, you cannot trade VIX 12, VIX 14. I'm sorry, you cannot trade VIX 78, VIX 80 like you were trading VIX 12, VIX 15, right? Adjust, right? So the idea behind it is we're going to see moves that are absolutely big. I mean, out of the norm. Basically, we prepare for that. When you're preparing for that, make sure that your sizing matches that new risk, right? The new risk doesn't mean that you're gonna tell me, yeah, if it drops 50% against, 50 cents against me, I'm gonna get out. No, how much is that gonna cost you? Are they gonna open the spread in your options? Are you gonna have enough liquidity to trade it? Guess what? Are you sure you're gonna be able to get out? Right? We've seen stocks getting halted. We've seen the market getting halted. We've seen everything like that. So I'm talking specifically to the new guys or the guys that are still having trouble being like what it's called like consistently profitable trader, right?
Right.
You're above that. I'm not talking to the guys that can scalp like like crazy. I'm not talking about the guys that can hold. I'm talking for you that is still looking at these big moves and you still say like, wow, I'm not hitting my daily goals. I'm not hitting my weekly goals. I'm not hitting my monthly goals. How come? I just witnessed a market that dropped 35% and I'm still short of my goals, right? So I don't want you to feel FOMO, but I want you to go back to what I just said. Like this market, this move is something that we have to study because there's lessons to be learned, right? So one of the things that I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of reading, right? I love to read, so I'm always looking for stuff. So I'm going to read this for you. When you're your own trading coach, your job is to keep yourself within your niche, right? Swinging at pitches that fall within your sweet spot, what they call in baseball the fat pitch, and laying off those that yield marginal results, right? This means knowing when to not place trades, not to participate in markets. Equally important, it means knowing when your advantage is present and making the most of opportunities. Here's my gift. 3 slides from here, like in 2 minutes, I'm going to show you one of my strategies, okay? That we've been doing, that we've been banking. But I gotta make sure that you understand the concept of niche, because I don't want you doing stuff that is out of your, not out of your comfort zone, but out of your abilities, out of your knowledge, out of your experience, probably. So a trader's niche defines his sweet spots. Certain markets I trade well. I don't trade well Forex. I don't do Bitcoin. Those I don't know. Others I don't, right? Certain types of the day I trade well. I trade well momentum at the open. I scalp at the open. And then midday, I'm pretty good at day trading, what I call day trading, meaning holding the stock until it gets me out. Not until I feel like, oh, I just make X amount of money or X percent. I just hold it, right? So that's something that I know how to do at certain times of the day, right? If I extend or reduce my typical time frame, my performance tends to suffer. Meaning, if you're trading at 1 minute and then you see me trading at 5 minutes, then you go in behind me with the 5, and then you see Kyle doing the 15 minutes, and then you see another guy trading on the 60 minutes, and then you see the other guy doing monkey bars or whatever it is, you're gonna go crazy, right? So find your niche, stay within it, and you're gonna be able to find one trade that is your fat pitch, right? That's the one you want. That's the one you want. So basically, what this Dr. Steinbarger, the daily trading coach, that's the guy that works with the S&B guys and everything in the floor. Basically, he just gives you like a whole here, like a whole scenario when he talked to a trader that was convinced that he will make significant money if he just held positions for several days at a time. Basically, what we all go through the same process, right? You can see a chart and you say, wow, I sold for $1 and it just went up $50, right? I should have hold, right? But then when he reverses and you're still in the trade, you say like, oh, I should have sell, right? So basically, you gotta start like staying in your niche, you know, calibrated. For instance, they say that this trader was calibrated to measure opportunity and risk on a day time frame. He found himself shaken out by counter trend moves when he tried holding positions longer. Worse still, he mixed his time frames and tried to convert some losing day traders into longer term holds. Outside his niche, he began trading like a rookie with rookie results. So this being said, basically what I just did, this is a disclosure, guys, okay? So let's dive in. Let's see what's up. What happened 6 days ago? If you can read, if there's any questions right there, you can read it to me, Kyle, because I don't get to see the interaction. Shall we check?
You're good.
Okay. So what happened 6 days ago? Kyle, you say?
December lows.
Yes, sir. What was it? 335 in SPY, I think it was?
Yeah.
Oh, 235. 235.
Just like 234 and change.
Yeah, let's call it 235 even. Okay. So here's what's going on. We come in here. Let me see the meeting controls. No, now I see him. Okay. Oh my God. I annotate. I'm just moving my tools, guys. Sorry about that. I'm a rookie with this too. So, okay. So what do we have? We have the here. That's what I'm talking about. December lows. Everybody was talking about it, right? Everybody was like, oh, if we go down, that's the biggest reference. And at that point, we're going to bounce. Some people will say that's the bottom. Some people will say, we're not sure what's going to happen. So 6 days ago, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is number 6. What we did is we broke, right? But we came back and closed above, right? Is that bearish or bullish? I don't know, right? What I know is that it was rejected at the bottom and it was rejected at the top, and we still have a massive downtrend, right? So I'm not making anything up. Basically, I'm just looking, right? What I want you to keep in mind is that I'm looking that day. It was an important day for us, right? Everybody was looking December lows. What happened 6 days ago? Okay, so this is a SPY. I didn't put anything right here. Just these are like Kellner channels or Bollinger Bands. I'm not sure. What I'm sure is that the blue one is the 20%. So this could be like 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, and 2.5 standard deviation. 2.5 is this one, right? So one thing we can know, if you know basic technical analysis, we know we're far from the 20 MA and we're riding the 2.5 to standard deviations. So we are extremely oversold, right? Basic concept, right? So we go and let's see what happened 6 days ago. Same. I'm putting here a stock that maybe some of you, if you trade it, will know what it is. If anybody can take a guess, I'll confirm, but I'm not telling you.
Tesla.
So which one is it?
Tesla.
Yes, sir. Who went from 968 to 350. That's only one, right? Tessie. Okay. So Tessie, guess what it did on day 6? On day 6, it broke down with the market close near the lows, right? So I'm thinking, is this going to be something that is going to break before the market? Guess what? We have one of the things that we love the most. Some of the traders love the most. I don't. I don't like the most this. I don't like V-shaped recoveries, right? And the reason why I don't like them is because it's hard. It's fast. And if you miss the first day, right, you just lost 100 points right there, or profit, right? When are you going to enter? Okay, I'm going to enter right here, 427. Then you do whatever it is, right? Couple things that I want you to take note in here for your notes right here. So we are well below the 2.5 standard deviations from the 20 MA. This is the 20 MA. Remember, this is the 20 MA. Guess what? We went from oversold, and what's the target? I think I talked to Mish a couple days ago, and I said, why aren't we writing Tesla to 550? Correct me, or if I'm wrong. So that's the target, 550. Simple technical analysis, right? So basically we have an oversold condition, we just bounce back, right? So that was 6 days ago. I have the Tesla. The following day, I didn't trade it, and I was like, okay, this is gone, this is crazy, they're just gonna bounce it. Tesla is not my trade. Next one. So what happened here? 6 days ago, same day that the market came down, and this stock had a massive drop and close near the highs. What stock is that one? No, it's not. That's not BA, Eduardo. It's a stock, the House of Mouse. Okay?
Disney.
That's Disney, right? So what we have in here, I used another chart right here. I don't know why I messed it up, but trust me, if you have your charts right there, put a 20 MA, and you're gonna see that the 20 MA is right here at 104. That was the target. So that hit it too, okay? What we have is a stock that was right here consolidating at the lows. It looked like it was gonna hold these 95, broke, and it was massive buying right here, 80, right? I didn't get it. Why? Because I was not gonna buy that day that it was down, right? Market just had this weird day. Remember the day that we have in the market, something like this, right? Indecision, right?
Doji.
A doji, yeah, right. I don't know what's gonna happen. I cannot anticipate. If I were looking at Disney, probably I would have seen something in here, right? Because it's hard to miss a move like that, like a hammer like that, right? Now, it closed too high for my liking, so I'm not gonna be chasing the following day, especially because I know that there's a lot of air and a big area right here. So that's a no. But notice something that happened T -6. That means time -6 or 6 days ago. So that's the House of Mouse. And then we go into another one. Do we see something here? So this is another stock, drop down, T #6, big hammer. We're back into the level where we broke, right? So I'm taking notice. Look at that zone right there, right? So what this stock did was like it actually held, bounced, held the 40. Following day, try to go up, try to go down, close at 40, then wiggle around the 40, 41, 38. Then the following day, they try to drop it and close at 40, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 days pretty much at the same level or similar level. Take a note of that one. Do you know what stock is that? Any idea? Any guess?
SQ is in the chat.
SQ, sir. It is SQ, right? So you see the target today at 50, 57, 58? That it is. 20% retracement. I mean, back to the 20 MA, right? When did we have this one as a long? We should have been long. You see this line right here? That was my line in sand. So over 41, 42, you write it and you drop it at 58. Whoever wants to buy it from you, you sell it and say thank you. Okay? So that's number one. Are we seeing something T minus 6? And what I'm trying to point out is while people are looking at the market and trying to call a bottom, what we should be doing as a team is looking at these special circumstances and looking at these trades to see which one is going to be the one that we really want to execute on. Sorry about that. I was having some tea. So let's go back. This is the Disney. You see, it's messy, green, and then red, big red bars, whatever. Look at the quality of this one. This is a little better. I don't like the big move here to 45 and then drop. But once we gap up and we start clearing 45, I'm noticing, right? So this is not the perfect one. That's not the perfect one. Let's go see it. How about this one? Anything different do we see? T minus 6, what happened? And I promise you, nobody will know which one this is. Who knows? Kyle.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. What dropped from 30 to 10? So that's like 20.
Oh, AAL.
AAL. Yes, sir. So now we have all these coronavirus news. Everybody's going crazy. You know, AAL, right? American Airlines, right? They're gonna go bankrupt. They're gonna fire a lot of people, whatever. But we have this massive move, right, from 30, and then we start look how it's working downwards under the 2.5, right? We have this day. And that was the day that caught my attention. I say something's going on with this, right? It went to 18. That was the high right here, 18. But on the day that we had the biggest move in the market, it gave me a beautiful opportunity. Guess what? It put a low at 10. Now, am I buying that day? No, I'm not, right? But I'm looking at what we all looking, right? If we break 10, it's a short. If we don't break 10 and we come back, I'm playing that thing. Okay? So that's a bear trap, a failed breakout, right? Breakdown. Now, what we have here is also the thesis, right? And I keep pointing to that, and I say they're gonna get a bailout. I mean, they're not gonna let them fall. We don't know that for sure, right? But I don't know if you read the news over the weekend. I don't watch the news. I don't do anything like that on a normal circumstances. But at this point in time, I'm watching 3 hours a day of news. Why? Because that Delta, DAL, announced, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure. And they say that if they don't get a bailout before the end of the month, they were gonna lay out like 30% of their workforce or something like that. And if they don't get it, then by the following time when they need to reduce their capacity another 20% more, they're gonna lay off like another 50% of the people. So basically, they were putting a gun to the government and saying, you either give me the money or I'm laying off a lot of people. And nobody wants that, right? Plus, they have the money, they have the printing machine. So guess what? Do you think it's gonna drop? Maybe. How low? Yeah, it can go to 0, but I'll take my chances with this one. So this is one trade. Are we seeing something different? We have a thesis, and this couldn't break support at 10, right? I'm not looking to go short. I'm looking for the other one. It's extended. I don't like trading and shorting things that are too low right here, right? Even though the pattern is clear, I know, I see it. But when it doesn't work, believe me, it just goes all the way. So we hit target 1. We went a little bit over 16.6 something, right? I still got some exposure in here because I don't think this is over. May come back to 14, but my ultimate target is 20. Okay, so that's one call right there. I'm looking at that just as my thesis is the bailout, right? So anything different right here? What is that stock?
Boeing.
That's Boeing. That's Boeing. So what do we have? We've been trading Boeing for quite some time, or at least a lot of people in the room used to play it like 300. They love it, and they go for 10, 2 points, 3 points, scalp it, and have fun with this thing. When this was like moving like 3 points in a day, right? What we have is a big breakdown. Everybody knows the news. It's horrible. Air Max is grounded. They're not going to sell any airplanes, anything. But what was the news from the air show from the Farm Bureau? I just got it here because I don't know how to say it. Farm Bureau, right? They just canceled it on the 20th, right? And basically Airbus, which is the French company that is the biggest competitor, had 0 new orders in February.
Wow.
They just announced that, right? So now you know that, yeah, Boeing is a POS, but guess what? Airbus is not selling any airplanes either, right? So what do we have? We have another case of a bailout, right? They're going to let it fall and everything. Then the CEO comes out and he says, we got plenty of money, right? If the government wants to take positions in our company, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna accept it. So who says that? I mean, you're going bankrupt and you're saying no to the bailout? That had me thinking. Now, that's fundamentals, and I don't care that much about it. What I care about this is like T-6, we made a low. I think we went to 80, 84, 85, and it was like, okay, this is gone. Notice this, guys. Notice this. This is not opinion. This is not I think. This is measure. From here to here, how far are we?
100%.
I promise you, this has never been that far off, right? We're talking 80%, right? Oversold condition in Boeing. Is it going to go bankrupt? Yeah, probably. I don't care. But guess what? That's going to bounce. At least, and I know some of you guys are following me because I say over 100, this is a scalp to 130. And I understand the concept that you have for scalps is different than the one that I have, right? Because you measure scalps as point moves. So you say, oh, scalping is like taking 50 cents. Scalping is taking a point. Scalping is taking 3 points. For me, scalping means that this thing can open today at 100 at 9:31 a.m. and by 9:45, 9:50 could be 130. Have we seen anything like that? I'll tell you another one that we traded last week, and what was Uber. Uber went up on a similar pattern like this, 40% in one day. So yeah, it is a scalp because the way I entered that, in that case that it was doing the 100, 130 is I buy whatever it is and I take my whatever. If it moves 30 points, if I can make 10, 15, I'll be very happy. So you may ask, so what happened? And I say, look at this. This is the beauty. This is what I want to find, guys. Massive stock. We think it's, well, you may think it's gonna go bankrupt. That's fine, okay? But what we heard is they're gonna get a whole bunch of money from the government. Plus, we heard that they still have money, right? It was at $340, $400 stock not even a month and a half ago, okay? You make this huge run. You have an oversold condition as measured by the distance from the 20 MA plus the Bollinger Bands, right? So that should be your only concern at this time. Every single day you wake up, you go look what Boeing is doing and how Boeing is setting up. So this day, you wait. The second day is nothing, but guess what? We didn't make a new low. Second day, we try to bring it down. Guess what? We didn't make a new low. Guess what this is? I love this formation, right? I love it and I love it. And that was Monday, right? That was Monday. So they took prior day's low. A lot of people will short under the prior day's low, right? Because it's down and then they just take an aggressive entry. Guess what? Once you reverse, it's game on. 100, 115. Some of the guys asked me if I was holding, and I told them I held a little bit and then I closed right here. What I did is I kept my longer term positions because I thought that it was gonna still be 130. So yesterday we didn't hit the target, so I was trying to just make another 10 points, and today we have to solve because we hit 170. So that was I make 40 points more than what I was expecting. So
wow,
you can bet I'm happy. So how do you make 40 points than what you were expecting? That's 40% move, guys. We don't see this every day. We just have almost a 100% move in Boeing, right? You gotta have some skin in the game. That's the only way. So I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but I've been asked, what are you doing these days? Why are not you posting in the chart like every 15 minutes like I usually do? Guess what? I'm worried about this thing coming coming against me because I got my position and is up like 80 or 70 points. So that's one. So you say, okay, so that's a cool story, Mario. So what do we do from here? We miss Boeing. Okay, check this out. Oh my God, I just did that one. So what is this one? Oh, I put the same. Hold on a second. I have another one. I just did the same chart twice. 158.73 and 56. Oh my God, I'm missing one chart. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so we have the Boeing, and I think this is what we want, right? We're talking about how to find a bottom, right? This is one way to find a bottom, at least temporary. I'm not saying
Right. Short term.
I'm not saying American Airlines is not gonna go bankrupt or is gonna go to 30. I don't care, guys. What we're seeing in this market is huge short-term opportunity. Call it scalping for 20 points, call it swinging for a couple days, call it whatever. But we need to find out these very, very good entry points, like buying an American Airlines at 10.50, right? You can buy out of the money calls for 40% out or 30%, how aggressive you want to be, and you're going to make a ton of money.
Eric is asking if you're doing weeklies or farther out.
I have weeklies and I have further out. Here's the question. If you're trying to make, say, if you think your target is 30% move in a stock, right? The underlying, what I would advise is go 60 to 90 days. Because anyways, I mean, you're going to get paid, right? If you're going to go weekly, with weeklies, I mean, if you nail it, it's going to be huge. But I don't want to take that much risk. And I don't know if it's going to bounce the following day, right? So I don't know. I want your feedback here, Kyle. I'm doing 30, 90 days, because it's so big that what bother?
Yeah, and anything overnight if you're taking the weeklies.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing analysis on the direction, and we could be fairly correct with the time, but you don't want to cut it that close, in my opinion.
Exactly.
You want to buy yourself more time.
Exactly. Give yourself the benefit of time, So yeah, 30, 60 days is good, especially if I mean, guys, these are massive moves. These are massive moves. Okay. So why should you care? Unique opportunities coming our way, guys. Make sure you know the strategies to use. So we're looking for bases, right? Basing stocks like with a story, right? Like a Boeing, we know maybe it's not gonna go bankrupt. And if it's gonna go bankrupt, probably short sellers are gonna take some profits, right? So we're gonna have a bounce, right? Same bounce that we have in American Airlines, for instance. I know it doesn't look like much, and I know it's boring because it only moves from 10 to 16. By the way, it's only 60%, and you like things that move 3 points in 1 minute, like Tesla, right? But this is a great time to be trading these things, right? If you find a good entry, this anybody can do, right? The Disney, I think is this one. This is the one that I was messing about. Yeah, that's what I have. Go back. So this is SQ, right? And the SQ is a little bit different, right? But when we start seeing, it's like at least we're not making a new low. So you can see it here, right? Once we close over that day, that was a horrible day in the market, right? That's another strategy. That was a horrible day in the market. This one right here, the day that we're gonna go below the December 2018. So that was it, right? So once we come back, we're pretty sure, I mean, not sure, we're pretty confident that we can probably test at least the 20 MA. And that's the trade, guys. Look for oversold, extremely oversold conditions, things that start to base. Once you trap the shorts, go long and nail it. Okay, So we coming back in here, and now we're gonna get to work. So make the most of your research, guys. You know, help me with the Do you have a hard definition for what extreme oversold is? Hard definition, no, right? What I show you guys is, for instance, money, Boeing, right? The 20-day moving average is 184, right? It's trading at $100. I don't know how else to put it, right? It's like, what, trading 50% below the 20 MA plus. You're way out of the Kellner channels or the Bollinger Bands or whatever. So basically what we're trading is like extreme oversold conditions. I'm going to show you something that you're going to like, okay? In case you have any doubts of what this is going, right? Because I got some tools. So make the most of your research. Make sure you know your strategies. Don't get too overexcited, like, oh, this is moving today. Oh my God, I'm going to make whatever it is. Make sure prior to the trading day that you know exactly what are those stocks that you cannot miss, right? You don't nail these things if you're not watching them every day, if you're not ready. There's no way. I'm going to post it, BA over 105. And if you don't have it and you don't know what you're doing, there's no way you're going to take the trade. I promise you. Or you're probably going to take it and write it for 2 points, right? Which is good. I understand. But try to make the most of the research. So let's work, guys. So for the SPY, where are we right now? So we got the low, 223. I think that was the time T-minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This right here. So we broke it. And here's the sad part. I have no idea where we're going. What we know is like we have huge volume right here. And we go to the monthly chart. The monthly chart is showing us a lot of volume in the 220, right? So 213, 215, we never made it there. But if we happen to pull back from here, I'll be looking at the 220 retest of the lows, which everybody pretty much is saying that we could retest. I don't think this is going to be a V-shaped recovery, but you know, what do I know? Maybe, you know, but I think the new normal is going to be very different than the old normal. So I don't think this is just going to go blast off to new highs again. You know,
Right.
That's my 2 cents. So let's focus on the monthly chart for the SPY. Let's look at the 220 to 11 to the downside, and for the shorter term, we know that is a 235, which is nothing new. Is the level that everybody's watching. So is it two? Actually, what's the actual number? Kyle, do you have it for the low?
Yeah, it was like 234, right around there.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, that's when that's when the rally really ignited yesterday, right? You see, 234.50. Yeah, 234.50. That was when the rally started after the huge gap up, right? So that's SPY. Let me see if I can show. Yeah, I'm gonna do something here. Let me just a second. Okay, that's a new one, and I know some of you guys like it. So let's do something different than the 1 minute charts. So this is what's going on over March so far. So what we have is a big volume right here at the 244, right? What we had was the extreme move that we have to 220. So you play from here to here, and from here, who knows, right? That's the point where we are. So
okay.
I wanna, if you wanna be trading long, you wanna be trading long from here with a stop of 243. You wanna make sure you stay within that range. But if we start losing 243, 238, then you start testing probably 230s and 220s. Same from here, you should have freedom of movement to 257 likely. Okay.
Got it.
So
are you actually trading SPY right now? Or you're just using
no,
it
I'm
for
not
reference?
trading. No, I'm not trading SPY right now.
Okay.
And I've been very careful over the last a couple of days also trading the short side, you know, because the increased volatility, the spreads, the news. I'm very in that regard. I'm very chicken. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay. So this is another one. The skew. Remember we talked about the skew right here. This level, the 40, 40, 40, 40. Okay, check this out. You're gonna love it. See the entry right here, 41.20.
Wow.
Yep. This is accumulation, guys. This is the same distribution that we were talking when I was trying to tell you guys that I didn't want to buy the highs. That was the distribution, and here's the accumulation. So we got 40, 41. So my longer term target in this one is 60. I think we almost hit it today, 58. We have massive, massive volumes in here. This is months and months and months, between 60, 62, 64, 64. So I'm not the one that wants to take the 58 to 60 move. I'd rather have it, and I'll be very happy if this thing drops. For me, if it drops to 40, 42, I'm a buyer again. Okay, and we just rinse, watch, and repeat. What are the odds that we have a massive down day? Well, I was talking to Kyle prior, like probably 3 minutes before we started this, and check this out, guys. This is when you have to put into perspective what's going on right here, right? So yes, it was amazing at the open, 50 to 55. What's that, 10%? Yeah, if you got it all. So guess what, 58, do we call that one? We said that's target one, 58, okay. I know some of you guys like to go short, 58 to 51. What is that? 7 points, 12, 13% drop. So it's bigger than the move that we have at the open. So this is why we have to be so aware of all of those levels. It looked like 58 was gonna just blast off and we were gonna take it to the promised land by hitting 61, 65, but always keep in mind the levels, especially those big levels when we post with Kyle myself, when we post the targets, we don't post it like, oh, we feel like it's gonna go, you know, we done the research, so we know exactly where there's gonna be problems. And now you saw why 58 was a problem, you know, 58, 60. Guess what? If you bought it at 40, right, and you up 60, how much? I mean, you up 50% in a couple of days. I'm taking profits, guys. That's what I did. I was long SQ today, right? I did it. So you take your profits. So I understand if you're scalping this one, but be careful what you're doing because you're dealing with the bigger time frames. So keep in mind the bigger time frames. This is where we rejected. So now what's going to happen? If you look at this chart, it looks like it was sold, right? So there's a big tail. So I don't mind it. I mean, if we come down to 45, 44, 45, please put an alarm, and then we see how we're reacting, and then we see if we have a trade. So SQ is on watch again, right? And we have 60, and we have 44, 45, right? Why not 50? Because I don't think 50 is a real support, right? I don't think 50 is gonna make it for us. 50, actually, I'll be willing to short versus 50 on the 50 if we happen to go there. Basically what we have is like, if we come down to 50, it's a sell setup. You see, it's still in a downtrend in a daily chart. We have a bear market rally. We put a big topping tail, and under 50, you short all the way to 45, 44. So that can be played too, skew under 50. Just make sure you have confirmation, right? You need the market with you. Don't short it when the market is going up 2,000 points, right? But if the market's weak and we see SQ, that could be a play too. So we have SQ. I want to show you this one, BA, so you start seeing what I'm seeing. You see the accumulation right here. See the price, 105, you see a 99. So I said 95 proved to be support and 100. That was my call. 95, 100 to 130, 160, and 170. So that's where we are. You see, all of this is where we are right now. So do I want to own it right here? Not really. I want to see some pullback. If it's going to continue running to 200, so be it. But, you know, we have a trouble, right? We may have some trouble here, 180. So I'm going to put 180 right here. And then if we go there and we start another formation, what I want to see in this particular case, say, if you ask me what will be my perfect favorite way to trade Boeing, I'll say something like this. We just have it. We pull back into the moving average. We come down. And then once we have a lower high, I'll probably start accumulating right here. And then we off to the races. So that's going to be 200 to probably right it all the way to 300. Okay? But there's no rush. I want to see it. Here's the other thing. You think, guys, I mean, you guys think that this happens in one day. Remember, it's not the Tesla. Tesla put a B shape, and I already told you, I don't. The stack EMAs, 8, 20, 50, and 200. Yeah, those are the ones I use. So remember, Tesla did something like this, B shape, right? I'm not chasing. This one did the base, little base right here. So what I'm expecting is like some profit taking, come back, and they should do like a second base. That base, that will be my go-to. And then I add over 200, and then we see if the economy goes back to normal, max, and new all-time highs, or whatever it is that we plan on doing on Boeing, right? So that's the plan for Boeing. I want to see a pullback. I know we were talking Disney today. Disney, this is what I like about Disney too, and I'm relying a lot on these longer-term charts because I want to see accumulation. Basically, understand something, guys. This is not something that you're going to be using all the time, because when you're in an uptrend market or you're in a bull market like we were doing before, I mean, you have accumulation up, up, up. Look what we were doing before. You see how these months go, right? They were just accumulation bases, and it moves, but it's not such a big range. After we have this massive move down, I want to see where. Remember what Kyle says. The research, you know, these guys, they need to start buying. I want to see where they're buying, because I know even if I buy Disney at 94, 95, 96, can I take a 10% loss on that one? Say I'm a long-term holding or whatever. That'll take me to 9 points below, so that'll be like 87. So I'll be like within the range, right? Within the range, assuming I'm buying right here, right? So that's why I always like to buy near where the big volume is. In these particular cases, guys, I'm talking about strategies for this market. Remember, again, this is just for this market. Okay, so I'm relying a lot on these tools right here. So we have all the accumulation. We know that it happened at 97. My research said that I should have been long over 98. And we hit target 1 today, 105, 98 to 105. Now, what's going to happen from here? We're going to have to see if we retest 100 and put, again, another sort of bullish formation, something like we just did something like this. So we test the moving average, and then we continue higher. So that's basically what I'm looking for in Disney, right? I like Disney. I think the fundamentals, we all like them. I mean, not now, but what's the worst news that can happen now that Disney Plus goes offline? Probably that's the only thing they have going, right?
Yeah, so their downloads are way up.
Throw whatever you want to see. I know Roku made a great move too, and I wasn't even paying attention to that. That's what I don't like. You know, that's the type of move that is hard for me to get unless you're really looking at that. However, even when it's hard, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 days consolidation. So over 76, but that's already gone. 100. Now, how do you play that? If you play momentum, you go over 102. You can make it 102 to 113 or to the low. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it short. Here's why I don't like it short. Look at the weekly, what we did. Wow, we just missed a great trade. Yep.
Wow.
Look at the test right here. So 65. And we have the alligator mouth right here. So as you see, guys, I have a lot of things that I use. So look at this, 65 to 100, trade is done for me, right? Next one will be 110, probably to 130. Is that? Yeah, that's another 20% move. Not bad, but I want to see it clearing this area now that I see here on the weekly chart. So that's something for to take into account when we're doing, if you're doing Roku, which I totally forgot that it even existed these days. That's a beautiful top, beautiful bottoming tail in the monthly chart too that we can see here, but we can see the beautiful formation in the weekly chart. So I think the move is already gone. And then what else we have, guys? Anything particular, Kyle?
Let's see
That's
Google,
the American Airlines. So that I don't have much to say. I'm just playing the, bailout move. It looks horrible. Look at the monthly. Probably that's going to be a bottoming tail. Look at the weekly, what it's trying to do. I have a good entry there. So those are the ones that I'm keeping, because worst case scenario, I'll give back my open profits. Best case scenario is going to go back to 25 and I make a lot of money. So I'm willing to take that risk. I'm not even watching that one. So that's one. And then we have
Google.
Oh, Nvidia. Okay, these are the ones that are different, right? Why are these different? Because they never really sold off that much, unless, well, yeah, they did. The problem is that it went parabolic to the long side, right? So prior to the crash, it went parabolic. So it went from 258 to 316. So that make it really look more horrible than what it is. Because basically what we can say is like right now we're trading the same levels that we were trading before the big move, the last exhaustion move. Is that an exhaustion move? I think it was. It clearly came down. So I'm looking for levels. Almost tested the 180 right here. And this is the level that I like. The first time, the 255. Remember, guys, that we missed this one. 255 to 316. Oof. I need some help here, guys, because I don't see, I mean, targets, what?
It's kind of messy.
Look where we are. We're in the middle of this mess. I don't want to trade that thing, but that's me, right? Like I don't have an edge right here. What's my edge on trading Nvidia right here? Yeah, it may go to new highs. Okay, 260, 20 points. That's 10%. And the rest of the markets probably be doing 40, 30, 25, 15. So I don't know. And I have levels right here, and by the way, those give me a second, take it off those levels because I don't need it anymore. But not even here. Like if you come in here, you don't see nothing. You see, this is where we are. We're on the level 245 now. 220, yeah, you bought 220, that's fine. You got to trade 245. Yeah, you see the sellers right here, 261. You see the sellers right here, 273. And this is pure exhaustion. So we don't even count it. Look at the volume. Volume was nothing right there. So this was clear, like clear melt up, basically. Okay. So Nvidia, yeah. If we happen to have it on a day that is moving like crazy, we may take a trade on that one, but it's yesterday. Not something that I'll be paying attention. Now you can go to the 60 or the 15, and I can give you a trade, right? Look at the 240. 240 will be interesting to see how we react to the 240. So that's called Nvidia 240 to 260 if you need a range for that one, right? But that's again, that's like trading the Boeing when he was moving 300, 310 to 315 when the rest of the things were going ballistic, or Tesla was going from 400 to 900. So basically that's what I'm trying to avoid at this point. Let's see, MU. I know it reported earnings today. Absolutely. Look at the bottoming. Look at the bottoming in MU. This is T minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T minus 6. So we put the bottom, the day that the market dropped below the lows. We put a decent move right here, but again, you have to buy 39.48, and it just got up on earnings. So for me, it's not a. I mean, it's you can call it a good trade, but it's not a great trade. Tesla. Oh, Tesla, we just went. It just went B-shaped. If you really need to trade Tesla, 560, 569 for momentum, you can take it to 654. I think we hit target number one. Some of the guys that DM me for my first target in Tesla, I say 550. So I think we hit it. So 450, 550, that's target one. I think a lot of people would have bought at 377, and I show you why. It's pretty clear right here. The buy was in the 400s, 427, and we hit it right here, 500, 560. So that's the easy money. That's the low hanging fruit. And we have the base right here, 437, which was the same base from December, right? Before the crazy thing really started. So where can it go? I don't need to make that call. I don't think I need to make that call, but 570. Oh, I said 660, right? That's target one. Yeah, 680, right? I think I said that it was gonna hit 600 prior than hitting 1,000. I almost lost it because it hit 968. No, 950 on the second one. Remember, guys, that I said like from here that it was very likely that it will hit 600 prior to hitting 1,000. So we have a double top right here. I only wish. And we have another sell right here. So this is it. So Tesla can be traded. Just do your, like for these trades, you know, do what you do. Just scalp it intraday, find a range and trade it, right? You don't have to put that much into that. What else do you have, guys?
Google, Netflix, Amazon.
We did, what else? Oh, Uber. Yes, I've been trading Uber. So Uber, what happened Uber? We have a base in the 30s. We're still not there yet. We have a massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E-money, you were talking to me, you were asking me what is extended or oversold. This is oversold for me. You see the 200 right here? You see where we closed? 13 points. So that's 100% that you got to go back to the 220 EMA. Did it? Yes, it did. You bet it did. So this was a scary trade. This is called a capitulation trade, although it may not be textbook capitulation, but the fact that we broke support here in the 30s and just dropped 50%, oh my God, it was a little bit more. Yeah,
you took that one, right?
In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading sessions with volume. I would have loved to see extreme volume on the red candle, right? But it was a good bet buying on the following day, just assuming that this was going to be the low, right? And for a move to 26. So that's number one. What I'm looking right now is I'm looking for, let me clear this up. So I'm looking for, I think I posted today in the room 28. I was looking at 28. So that was it. That was target number one, right? 28. And now we just come back into the 30, which is where we broke. So this becomes a regular trade unless we start missing, I'm sorry, losing 24, not that one, probably 24, right? So we got 24, 28, 30 for Uber. That was actually what we call, I think when I posted this trade, I say this is the grub effect, right? When they started saying that restaurants were going to be allowed to be doing deliveries and anything, I think the prior day Grubhub went up like 30%. That's why I watched the news during this time, because everybody was like, wow, my God, that Grub went up so hard, and I was like, wow, are we forgetting about Uber Eats? And then I saw Uber Eats like Uber at like a 14, 15 the following day, and I was like, wow, this is extended. I gotta play it. So I played it, and I think we hit 40% the following day. Went up 43% the next day, 40% the following day. So those are the type of special situations I'll be looking for right now. I don't know how many we have left. I hope we can find more, but this is one that, well, now it's just a regular trade. So Uber is a regular trade. What else we have?
Netflix.
Hey, have a good one, Hassan. Thanks for coming. And
Mario, can you hear me?
8:07. So we up into 1 hour. The normal stuff, Walmart, I don't want to trade that thing. Look at that. It's just Christmas tree, green, red, green, red, green, red. Now, again, if you guys can find a range that you can trade, by all means, have fun with that. So that's one. Target. Wow, what happened to Target? I thought Target was making like new highs. Okay, Target at 91. This is interesting, guys. Check the weekly chart right here. Let's see. 90 is a level for Target. We gotta watch how we react to 87.90. So place some alarms right there. I'm not saying it's gonna bounce exactly off those levels, but if we bounce, we may want to get some exposure into TGT. Okay, I don't know the news. I gotta make some more research on this one. Now the level that we have on the monthly, it's 80, so it's a little lower than that, right? So Target, we watch 90, but we have to watch 82, and 80 is in the monthly, so that's even more. Like at 80 will be like, what are they calling these days? These things like a generational buy or generational buy or something like that. I think that's what they call it. So let's see the bigger time frame for Target. So we're trading 90 right here. That will be my first, and then 80. I don't think we're going to get to 70, but anyways, if we crash, that could be some buy. Target at 75, target at 79. I'm just gonna put levels on levels on levels. Okay. Remember, I'm not doing a falling knife. Again, guys, see what I'm trading. Look at BA, 4 days, 5 days holding, then you buy. American Airlines, 4 days holding, then you buy. Uber, well, that was a big shape and I got lucky. I got the level extended and everything, right? But Target
Wow.
is not extended. I know it's far from the 20, but it's only like what, 10%, 11%. The other ones we're talking like extreme, right? So actually Target can be a good short if you want to go 90 to 88, and then if you get lucky, we break 88 and we can probably go 80, 70 something if they don't if they're gonna bank on consumer and we don't know what consumer's doing, well, there goes Apple. We cannot finish anything. We cannot do any research without Apple. For Apple, that was quite interesting actually, because we have the V shape. We've been calling levels for Apple 260, 240, and I said 220, but that will be like the last one. And this is where the 220 comes from. Here's the 220 right there. So we have the 220, we have the 230. Oh, nice. We're trying to bottom here. I wasn't expecting Apple to drop that much. I was thinking it was gonna do something like an Amazon type of move, like Nvidia, like a Microsoft. I'm gonna check those now, but it dropped quite a lot. So the 220, if you were paying attention, that was a great entry. Here we have it, right? It's a little late to get into that because now we're 245. If we can drop and make a lower high, that'll be my leaps entry, like 230 into 240. I'm good.
Nice.
Not a problem. I have a 60 right here that I posted for you guys in the room. And this is what I was looking for. I know Hassam, especially, he traded a short. He shorted the 240. He made a great trade there, like for 20 points, because this was the move that we were looking for when we broke the 240. I think it was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Friday. It was Friday. Yeah, that we lost the 240. Boom, and there he goes. And now we're back up. Okay. So for Apple, just keep trading this range. Pretty simple. 260, 220. 220, decide if you think it's going to go out of business or if you think we're going to hit recession and short it. If not, and you're like me, try to get some calls into that level. 219, 215, 212. Don't get scared if it drops 10 points on you. But if we lose 200, then I'll start getting really, really worried. I'm going to show you why. Right? So this is the biggest Apple. I mean, this is the biggest time frame for Apple. Basically, what we have is that we have some massive accumulation at 200, right? 190, nice. 200, and then they run it all the way. And I talked to you to this, I don't know how many times, but I'm going to do it again. This, you see, this is distribution. They couldn't bring it up. They were just unloading freaking stocks on retail. And now it's 210, by the way, right? Coincidence? Let's see if we hold. But if we can buy in these levels, that'll be awesome. 250 to 60 just for momentum trades, shorter time frames and everything, and you can see 300. Why not? I mean, if everything goes back to normal, and they need to buy and pension funds needs to buy, why not? It could be. So that's the plan for Apple. Apple definitely we gotta watch the 210 and the 200, and then we just play the 220 to 260. I know it's 40 points and it looks like a lot, but you know it can be made like in one afternoon or one morning with this market condition. So just write it down, because we can see 300 in 2 days if something happens. So make sure you know your levels. That's the whole message from today's meeting. Know your levels. Know your levels. If you happen to be so lucky that you buy Apple at 210, you better make 50 cents on that one. $50. I'm sorry, $50 at least. Okay. Try to hold a little bit. It's not gonna hurt you. So Apple. Then we go to Microsoft. Microsoft, like I told, it only dropped 50 points, which is 25%. Not too bad. And 139, 140, that was the level. It looks a little bit better as far as buying the 150. I'd rather have it over 160. I'm not going to hide this one from you. So this is pretty simple. This is what we have. We have a normal distribution. 160 was a level. So you buy 140, you sell 160. You buy 140, one sell 160. Buy 162, sell new highs, right? So 140, 160, 140, 160, 160, 180. Okay?
Wow.
Pretty simple. 140, 160. Microsoft. And oh, I know some of my guys are long Amazon in their long-term accounts. Let's check Amazon. Amazon held quite well, I'll say. Well, if you can manage those 300 points, but the good thing is it looks really good right here. We try to break this look horrible at the time, but we're about to go back over those levels that we were talking when we started like the year. Over 1950, over 1930, 1950, you buy it again, you go for 1,000, 2,000, whatever it is that is your target. And the monthly looks good too. It's not my favorite stock to trade. It's expensive. Ties up a lot of capital, but if you like it, you like it. So 1950, 1960, you can add 2000 and hope for a better recovery. And last one, if I don't get any feedback, or Costco. Oh, Costco. Yeah, I'll go with Costco. Netflix Netflix and Google. Okay, Netflix. Let me see. Netflix. It's in a range. It's in a range. Sorry. It's in a range. We're still in the same range that we've been talking. So you play the range. 260,
Okay.
385. Put alarms. If you see it again at 360, 320, I'm sorry, at 300, 285, buy it again. Yeah, I totally missed this one at 300. 300 would have been beautiful. And that's a level that we have. So for that one, nothing happens until we clear 360, Kyle. 360. We gotta break over today's high actually, 361, and that's for the longer term. Actually, look at this. This is how it looks. This is how a range looks, right? So you play with it if you need to, right? 360, 370, 380. I know it's the stay-at-home economy, whatever it is. So, but yeah, but it's just sideways. Assume as the other one that is hot.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
They have a great product. We use it. A lot of people are testing it now. You were lucky enough and fast enough that you buy in the 110s. You got a great move, 50% move. And I'm not chasing those things. Hi, Momosh. There's no need. Not with this volatility, not with this market when I can find movers in better charts. Google, GGOOGL. Huh. This is interesting. I didn't know it was down. Okay. Okay. This is interesting, guys. What I like about Google, weekly, guess what we're testing? We're testing a long-term point of control, basically where a lot of volume was made. So 1050 to 1108. And we tested a 52-week low, 970. Wow, we almost went under 1,000. I wasn't following this one. Can't lie to you guys. I've been too busy with some of the stuff. Let me see the monthly. Okay, 1,000, of course. Psychological level, you can call it whatever you want, but there was a lot of buying right there. So we have an open alligator mouth. If we break 1,000, we go to 819, which is like a 20% drop, right? So Google, under 1,000 to 820. Let's call it 820. Over, you can trade the range if you want, but 1140, and I'll show you where. 1140. I'll trade that range from 1140 to 1,300. What is it? 120 bucks. That's 10%. I don't know if I want to trade that. 10% to the upside, 20% to the downside. 100,000. Whew. Numbers. It won't be too crazy to play the 1,000 as a possible support. I'd rather do that.
Base.
I watch 1,000, 1,025, see how the low, how we react to this low. Now, what I don't like about this low is just a hammer in the middle of a big downtrend, but the volume wasn't that big. The move was extended somewhat, but not crazy extended like the ones that we did, the other capitulation. 1150, yes. And let me show you something, E-Money. Look at that. If you go into the daily, you can see that, yeah, actually 1130, you can be more aggressive if you want, right? 1130, 1150 for confirmation, and now you're into 1,300. Yeah, probably 13. I'll go 1257. You can make 100 points right there. Yes, 100 points, 10%. That's the thing. That's the thing. But yeah, you can have a 10-point move, 10% move in Google. I like it. I like it. Netflix, Google, Costco, Walmart. I already did it. I'll go over again. I don't know who's asking, but yeah, Walmart. Nah, I don't want. I don't want to trade it. I know it's gonna be I don't know. Stay at home, whatever. What's the other one?
Wow,
Costco.
that's ugly.
Costco.
Damn.
Yeah, Christmas trees. I hate those charts. I have no edge trading those guys. That's the thing. I have no edge trading those. I don't know what to do. I know what to do. Once I see the chart, of course, you buy the highs, play momentum, short the lows, play momentum, but it's not. I mean, like from a longer term perspective, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I see it making lower highs all the time. Like 325 is the high, then we make 325 again, then we 320, 318, and now we have 280. So this, if you expand it, could be like a pennant formation. Yeah, not interested. ATVI, let's see ATVI. Stay at home and play TV, play games like crazy. This is one that I was really thinking that it was gonna go, and it's absolutely disappointing. And you know it trades like crap, right? Because
Yeah.
we've been trading this for quite some time now. So yes, it's expansion. The move is expanding a lot. Like there's a lot of volatility. I see 10% moves in a day, but I don't see a pattern. If you see a pattern, please let me know because I don't see it. Now, if we hit 46, I'm going to put an alarm. 46, 48, 48. I'll probably take a look at that, make sure that they're not going bankrupt, um, and probably look at that. But right here is, yeah, it's like any other trade, you know, pick whatever's Citibank. Oh, these guys, yeah. Totally forgot about the banks. They even exist. So Citibank, look at that. Looks like it, oh, 41.80. It looks like, yes. I like that. I like that bottoming. Uh-huh. I like it. Yes, I like Citibank. Yes, I like Citibank. Your stop will be the 40, right? Like today, I won't be losing today. But the good thing about this one is we can see a move to 49 bucks, which is 20% at least. Extremely oversold. Yes, it looks oversold. I have no support in any chart. 41. Let me see not even the monthly. We go to the monthly, and this is excess. So wow, that 34.50. What a beautiful level that was. So basically, somebody tried to short it on the 34. My God, people will do some stuff. So yeah, they short on the 34 right here, right, for new all-time lows, and bam, bear trap, baby. You're down from 34 to 40. If you hold, you're down 20% and probably another 20% in the following days. I like Citibank. Yes, time T minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My God. Yes, Citibank. I like Citibank. Let's see the other banks. So for Citibank, I want to hold in over 40. Ideally, 40, 39.50 is my stop. And I'm looking to go for a trade to $50. So we're trying to go for 20, 25% move in Citibank. Wow, we can have some bad news. Not that I wanted to, but if we see better. Let's edit that, Kyle. If we see some bad news and we sell off 35, 37 to nibble, some Citibank won't be too crazy. Okay. JP Morgan is a better bank. I keep hearing that all the time. 80, 76, 80. This one's a little harder. 95, and the 20 MA is at 98, so it's like 3 points from there. I like Citi better. The other one that I don't like is the Bank of America. Uh,
Yeah, City looks the
why do I
best.
like City better? I'm trying to find reasons here, guys.
The
Look
tail.
at Bank of America. It has a lot of white, green bars, right? So it's been trying to go up, and then they just sold it off. Let me see the Citibank. Not that big. It's been more bearish up to some point, so I like it more. This has a lot of. The problem with Bank of America, from where I see it, it has a lot of bull traps. Let me pronounce that better. It has a lot of people trapped in the longs, because the guys that bought here, probably they bought here and they thought, oh, this is it. And then the next day gap down, they try to buy it. Oh, this is it. The next day they gap down and they, oh, this is it. And now, poof, now they're buying, and they were expecting another big day today, and now they're down. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing, but that's the way I read sometimes into these moves, compared to Citibank. Like, it's short, and yeah, you try to buy this one, okay. Then you're short, then you mainly short, then you have the trap here for the bears. The bulls are happy, and I think they're still happy because they never even they weren't even that much pain, so they're really happy today. Today they just have a doji day, and yeah, I'm gonna put an alarm, guys. If we go 43.80, 44.70, that was today, the high of today. Yeah, that's where is somebody asking me about an intra to play. This is like a good intraday to play. Intra, I'll buy it like in the 40s, and then if we run into 44, I'm up 10%. I sell half, keep the rest because my target is 20% higher. That's an intra to hold, trademark, trade. Okay, what is it that at? No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Okay, we're done. Let me
can?
do Hertz and HTC and some oils, and we should be out in a couple minutes. Hertz, little bearish at 770. Let me know if we go over 810. So, but what I would prefer to see, it's, I know you know this, so I think it's a short under 680. Write it to $3, man. That's 50%. Okay. And oil place. Let me see. Hey, have a good one, guys. Yeah, I'm seeing the chat. That's all I'm seeing. The good thing is that I can go with charts for all night long. So Apache, oil, is that an oil? Well, it's bottoming. It looks like it's bottoming. 589. That's a good play in energy. That's a good, I mean, risk reward. The problem is that it's $6 and you have to risk 50% of your capital right there. I mean, like 50% drop, but looks like 589 could be it. Play momentum. You have to, okay. I don't know much about oil companies. At same patterning, Oxy over 1250, play momentum, just play momentum. Take a 60-minute chart, draw your charts and send it to me. Okay. Okay, guys, I think we're done. I can hear Kyle, but
yeah, thanks, Mario. I don't know if you can hear me, but
I'm for dinner. So
thanks everyone for showing up. See you guys in the morning.